Yes, you made it. This is the official podcast of the Female Way. We are a movement. We are here to make a difference in the world. And you can feel the butterflies in your belly right now. Be the change you want to see in the world. And let's make the impossible possible. You are here as an inspiration. You motivate others around you. We're in it together, babe. Let's do this. Super welcome. I'm sure I'm not the only one. And that's why this is the topic of today. Because 100% most of you are dealing with a similar challenge, running into the same problems, insecurity. Because often in the world with something really good, there's a dark side to it. Something very successful, there is a downside to it. Something very light and shiny, there's a darkness to it. There's a darkness glued to it. Today I want to speak about how Tantra saved my life again. And it's more a lifestyle. It's not only working with the sexual energy, and yes, it has an enormous influence on intimate life, on the length of lovemaking, on how you connect with the other person. Yes to all of that. But it's not the essence. Definitely 100% not. So today, in this podcast, I'm going to share with you what it is. What is this method I have developed built on 5 pillars? How did it save my life? My name is Humita Premila, and most of you know me by now. But if you don't know me, I was born in Holland. I have Indian roots. My parents were born in Suriname, so it's like a mix Dutch, Suriname, India. I'm living in between Amsterdam, Mexico, Bali and Ibiza. I'm a traveler by heart. I love to move. I love to be basically about myself in different cultures. Like different vibes, different smell, different languages, different kind of food. So if you follow me, you will catch me in a different country. And for sure, I bring a different vibe to the table while recording my podcast. Right now, I'm sitting in my amazing place in Amsterdam, overlooking the water. It's summer here, and then it's the best place to be. I mean, in the Netherlands, maybe I have to record a podcast about that as well. All the benefits of the countries and how to travel, etc. But that's for another time. But being in Holland in summer is a blessing. It's sweet, it's tender, it's warm, it's very nourishing for the body and the nervous system, because the Netherlands is a very easy country to live in. It's very well arranged and taken care of. I'm so happy that you're here. And I thought it was about time to speak a bit more about Tantra again. Because I realized it's so integrated in how I live, how I eat, how I speak, how I treat myself. A big part of Tantra is self-love. Putting yourself on number 1, treating yourself like a queen or a king, and making your well-being a priority. Not just once a week when you book a massage or you eat like one cucumber and you think you had your green stuff for the week, your vitamins for the week. No, that's not it. When you're living a tantric lifestyle, you make sure that you are amazing every single day. And it goes along with a good dose of acceptance. maybe you recognize that. You want things to be different. You want things to speed up. You want that goal, that desire, what you have in mind to happen right now. You want to look in a certain way. You want to behave in a certain way. You want to have that epic relationship, that family. You want to live in Ibiza on a hill with sea view. Until that moment, you decide to suffer. Well, when you're living a tantric lifestyle, you really adopt it. You know that you will never be at your destination, and you really love the journey. And this can be already a really huge eye-opener for many of you. Well, it did in my life when I realized that it's about loving the journey. It's about how we move in life. And that's the essence. And that's something what my tantric lifestyle, which I breathe, it's how I sleep, it's making my bed in the morning, it's taking care of my body, giving myself, every morning now I give myself a breast massage. It's super healthy. I 100% believe that it prevents me of things I don't want in my life. And it's such a token of care. And when I work with women, it can be very awkward in the beginning. I mean, it's not something we learn at school. It's not something I've learned from my parents. So I also see that with the women. They're like a bit like, okay, am I really going to do that? But self-touch in this way is so healing. And it's basically, you're telling yourself, you're giving yourself like the gesture of love. Your body. I'm here for you. You're so loved. I take care of you no matter what. And this body, and that's why the tantric lifestyle is so important. This body is not only what you chose for this lifestyle, but you're moving with her, you're dancing with her, you're with her every single second. Yet, she's your vessel of wisdom. The body is telling you how you're doing. The body is telling you where to go, how to move. She is your pillar. So in my case, the last, let's say half a year, a little bit longer. Well, the journey is 2 years, but it was with ups and downs. My body was telling me something. I went through all kind of sensations, which we call illnesses in our society. But she went through so many sensations. And it even brought me on my knees. A couple of times. Not one time, a couple of times. And I was like, what's going on? What do you want? What do I need to do different? What's the message? And because I lived this tantric lifestyle, I could go back to that. So I became more strict in my morning ritual, more strict in my 5 pillars, how to use them, integrate more, so I could listen to her voice. What I needed to change. So it's not only the right balance in your polarities, in the masculine and the feminine. Are you pushing and pulling too much? Should you surrender more? Trusting more your intuition? More truthful living? At this moment, living a more truthful is something I'm really focusing on. Because it's easy to share the bliss, the celebrations, how your life turns out to be amazing. And my life is all of that. Like, really, I am a warrior, a hero in creating the best life. Yet, it's not only blissful. It's not only things I love, huh? In the last 2 years, I faced challenges. I faced serious challenges, which I did not like. My body was sick. My body was covered with rashes. I was bitten by the dengue mosquito. And this beautiful mosquito completely knocked me out. I was in my bed for weeks with 41 degrees fever. I almost lost it. And it's easy. There are a lot of people, they don't speak about that. But it was a dark period. Because the body was trying to tell me, and it was difficult to listen. But hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it's so true. So I picked up. I got high on my own supply. I prioritized myself in a way so that the body could catch up. To become even more beautiful, to become even more energized and fit and alive. And that's what she does. I truly believe that it only gets better. So I became more intimate with myself. And then that's the interesting thing as well. You can see that everything levels up in your life. The relationships, the partners, your love life, your intimate life. Everything spiced up. But it's so interesting that it's so easy to postpone. Yes, I'm first going to do this. I'm first going to do the travel, the kids, the job. I hope it will solve by itself. That's why we run into these situations and live events. And that's why it's so good that we have podcasts like these, courses, reminders, because you don't want to wait till you get ill. You don't want to wait till you get a disease. You don't want to. Why should you be single? Why should you be in a relationship that doesn't bliss you out? The tantric way of life can definitely 100% can support you in all those ways. And I can say that without a blink of an eye. Because again, it was 13 years ago. Maybe when you go back into my podcast, I have recorded already a podcast, Tantra Saved My Life. Because I did. It did. And now I'm back 13 years later. Tantra saved my life again. Is it 13? Yeah, well, approximately. It saved my life again. Isn't that interesting? So, that's why I'm in Tantra now for 14, 15 years. And I've gathered all the magic, all the wisdom, all the practices, all the teachers from all over the world, just the best, into a 9-month training. I've called it Tantra for Professionals. And when I say for professionals, I mean for people out there who've done the work, So that also means when you're a mother, a coach, a businesswoman, an entrepreneur, but you need to have a certain level of personal development. So you own your process, you take responsibility, because the tantric path is the path for a blissful life, for a happy life, all of that. But you should be able to really face the dark, the light, the things you need to work on, and your shadows. That's why I call it Tantra for professionals. I'm a professional in living the most amazing, out of this world life. So, send us a message. You can see now we have a new function in the Spotify. So then you can directly connect to me if you're interested. Otherwise, you just find me and I'll tell you more. Yes, thank you for listening. I'm really honored to have you here. If you have a little time and you like the podcast, I would really appreciate to have a 5-star from you. Because when we get 5 stars, it's more easy for other women to find this podcast. So we really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. And I just launched my new website, www.humita.nl. And if you like to know how to work with me or have a little info, go to the section courses or coaching or about me and let me know what you think. I see you next time. Bye bye.